Yo, everyone, what's going on? Welcome into the Rock Show. It's a late one tonight. Oh, hey, look, you can't see all my face. There. Hi. What's going on? How we doing? Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Welcome in. Why does that seem like, oh, I probably didn't restart that. Let me restart that. I must have had that one going from last time. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you all had a wonderful day. Sorry we're starting so late. Usually we start around 5:30, 6 o'clock, and go until roughly about 8, 8:30, sometimes 9, just depending on what's going on. But I had the day off today. We did some cleaning around the house and whatnot, and I just got just wanted to pretty much spend the day with with family and get things done. And that's what we pretty much did. Oh shoot! I just realized I forgot to go ahead and unload the dishwasher. Can you guys all give me like 5 minutes tops? I'll be. I know I just started, but I'll be right back. Hang tight. All right, chat. Sorry for the wait there. Appreciate y'all being patient. I'd forgotten to unload the dishwasher, so I had to go get that done real quick. I hit the button and I started streaming like I forgot to do that thing. It's okay. How's everyone doing? Welcome in, everyone. We got a bit of a late start this afternoon, as I was saying, or this evening, technically. As I was explaining earlier, before I realized I forgot to unload the dishwasher, I took the day off today to spend time with the family and work on getting the house in order. It's still like half in disarray, we'll say. And I say half in disarray, and I'm referring to is just over the course of the last 4 or 5 years, we've just kind of you get comfortable in just putting something somewhere. Like, I will go ahead and put that away later. I'll go ahead and put that away later, and then that kind of piles up. Now it's nowhere near the hoarding level, and it's nowhere near like health dangerous, but at the same time, we ended up having a bit of an issue with a small rodent that got in the house and pretty much brought its entire family with it. We were, I wouldn't say we were overran, but we had more than we originally thought. So today was the start of the cleanup, because we believe that we're finally getting to that point where we've gotten them all out, and so we're trying to go through and trying to get things cleaned up, trying to get things sorted in an order. So today was essentially day one. We've got more to do. I specifically have more I have to do, because I've got a tower which used to be like my gaming tower with all my gaming consoles and everything on it. It's now kind of become a catch-all for a couple of things. I've got to find a way to alleviate a lot of the stuff that's on there that I don't need. Put that stuff away. Throw other things away. And then move it out of the way so I can get to the edge of the floor/wall so I can start cleaning up. Because there's more stuff that we have to do. I gotta get that. There's all along the rest of the wall as well. So there's gonna be stuff that's gonna have to be pulled away from the wall, cleaned up. And when I say cleaned up, I don't just mean swept up, but I mean full on wiped down and everything. So it's not gonna be fun. But luckily, looking underneath my desk, I don't see any issues under the desk. And I think it's because of the fact that I spend most of my time here. So I decided not to come into my area, because I knew if it did, I was going to catch it and get rid of it. So, yeah. So, we're going to... I got quite a bit of stuff I've got to go ahead and do. And I'm hoping that here within, at least the next 2 pay cycles, we'll go ahead and say, then I'll be able to get some things and get them taken care of. So, hang on here for a minute. Why does that look like one of the feet for my... Who's over here? Hang on, chat. What the heck is this too then? I'll have to figure out what the heck that's too. It's a foot for one of the for something, for an electronic. That's fun. A fun little find. All right, chat. So like I said, because of the fact that we got a late start, we're gonna go ahead and kind of get started here. We're gonna work on more on our project here. We're gonna focus in on this section here, and when we get this section done, before we start working over here, I'm gonna go ahead and switch back over to the 552, and we're gonna go ahead and fill in down to I would say I want to say to at least here in the crook of the neck before it goes into the shoulder, but I'm also thinking that maybe our best bet would be to go into the shoulder and just stop right about there. That should give us more than enough to go ahead and do what we need to do for the edge here, but then at the same time it'll give us the ability to start filling in the paw on the left hand side over here. So, well, it's left hand side, the right side of the project, you know what I mean. Anyways, all right, so let's focus on this first, and then when we get done with that, we'll switch back over to the 552. All right, let's change songs here. Get something to drink real quick. Cheers to you. You know, chat, I'm thinking, if you don't currently, if you've ever, I mean, see if I can and get my thoughts together here. If you guys ever donated to St. Jude, and then you indicated that you wanted to be contacted by them for further chances to support the hospital, you might very well get in the mail one of those packets filled with, hey, set up a monthly donation. Here's some address labels that you can use on letters, should you still use letters. And then they provide things like this. These little notepads. I think these are wonderful. I'm thinking that if I start getting these on a more regular basis again, anytime that we get one of these, I'll use this as kind of like a giveaway item or something. I don't know, but yeah, wonderful little notepad thing. So we'll see what happens here in the future. All right, so let's get back to this. All right, so when we last left off, we went ahead and we finished off this area over here. We're gonna start over here on this side. Again, what I'm doing here is I'm putting this through so I know where I need to start at. Alright, just like every time that we start a brand new thread. Hold on. Seem like I'm not fully set here. Okay. Yep. So we're gonna go ahead and put that right there like that, and we're gonna essentially do a loop stitch here. What I mean by that is that we're making it a loop between the top and the bottom. Why is that all of a sudden out of whack? Hold on, chat. Webcam 2. Just doesn't seem as clear as it did the other day. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm just going bonkers. I don't know. Hold on. Also, I need to make sure that I haven't lost video, because every time I change... That's what I figured was going to happen. Looks good. Keep it to 720. Alright, so anyways, like I was saying, what we're going to do is we're going to take the stitching here. And we're going from bottom to top here. And what we're trying to do is we're just trying to go ahead and make sure that that we're essentially putting the loop here between top and bottom, over top of the tail of this thread itself. And what we're going to do here is we're going to essentially lock it in place. So that way it can't go nowhere. Tis a prisoner. And we're going to do this at least 2 more times here. Here's number 1 and then number 2. Go. I heard a bling. Silver, what's up? You're not funny. How you doing, Silver Bubba? How is Silver? How's the family? How's everyone doing today? Right on. I appreciate it, bud. I hope you, if you are heading off and just going to leave a lurk, I appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful night. Tell the family I said hello. Hope they're all doing well. Kids have got their last day of, I guess you couldn't call it a in-school summer camp kind of thing, where they go to school for during this week or part of the week, if you will, and essentially trying to get them acclimated to school. And it's something that they didn't do with Charlie. Um, this might have been something brand new this year around. I don't know. Anyways, I just decided, we're gonna do this kind of thing, and it so far seems to have worked. We haven't been told that we need to come get the youngest, that she's causing a problem or anything, so that's a good thing. I was going through all of my eldest's schoolwork for the last 2 years that we've had piled up. Oh crap! I just realized changed all the setting. But was going through some stuff, and they had like puns of the day or the week or something like that. Um, One of them was, if a bird is 4 days old, what is it after? Or what is it after it's 4 days old? The answer is 5 days old. And I was like, okay, that was bad. I think the best one though was the time old classic. What time is it when an elephant sits on a fence? Time to get a new fence. We are now on to row 2. We've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're just gonna go ahead and call it 7 with 2 extra. So we got to do, and then this section here will be done, and then we'll switch our colors up and go from there. All right, chat. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go to about 1 o'clock, and then we'll go ahead and call it there. That should be just about the same amount of time that we would take if we were to stream from 5:30 to 8. Maybe just a little bit more, but still. Right, chat. We've got a few more stitches, and this row will be done. Yo! Cat! Hello! Chat, you may hear this twice, and I apologize. Yo! Thank you for the follow! See? Told you it was gonna happen. Cat Kids, thank you also for the follow. Let me go ahead and make sure I give the proper shout out for the other follow as well. My goodness, Sally, thank you very much for the follow. Cat Kits, thank you for the follow. Is it AV? AV, thank you for the follow. Blue Spyro. Cat Lunar Puppet, thank you for the follow as well. Thank you guys all for the follow. How y'all doing? What's going on? How is everyone doing tonight? Starlight Cat, what'd you get into tonight? Are you doing some art? Nice. What'd you guys do? Yeah, Care Bear cross stitch for the win. Exactly. Yeah, we're this is the one we're working with. It's Rainbow Heart Bear. This was the special bear that they created for the 30th anniversary of Care Bears, and that's what we're working with right now. You do diamond paint, nice, cat. Cat. Oh, animated emotes, nice, nice, nice. I know, same Gypsy, same. The first one was Tenderheart, and then when the Care Bear movie came out, it was Secret Heart and or Secret Bear rather, and Braveheart Lion were my favorites. My mom kind of took notice that I took a liking to Secret Bear, and she actually did a cross stitch of Secret Bear, and hung that up on our wall. You gave that to me and hung up on our wall in our house for years. Sadly, that piece is no longer around. It was damaged in a flood, and my mom had to throw away. She said so. And the squirrel Care Bear cousin? I don't remember the squirrel. I remember, let's see, so it was Braveheart Lion, Lots of Heart Elephant, Swift Heart Rabbit, Loyal Heart Pup, Light Heart Raccoon, oh man, I can't remember the sheep's name. Care Bear everything as a child. That and Rainbow Bright, nice. Tina the Barbarian, thank you very much for the follow. Gentle Heart Lamb, thank you, Gypsy. Can't remember it's actually. Yeah, Gentle Heart Lamb, that was it. GG's chat, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And thank you, Starlight Cat, for the raid as well. I hope you guys had fun on your stream. At some point or another, I want to go ahead and kind of get back into doing some of my own graphic work here while I'm streaming. And when I say my own, I mean I really mean my own. I'm one that I don't like to. I will offer my services to my friends, and I'll do it for free. Like I don't ask to be paid for it or anything like that. And the reason being is, you know, I'm not the greatest. I mean, let's face it. You've got those are some of my better ones. There's that one as well. Let's see. My Rage, my Noted, and my Glitch, as well as the Animated Love. Yeah, those are some of my best ones. They're not the greatest. But I mean, for what it's worth, creating them in one program and moving them over to another one and making a animated GIF out of them, it all works. So, you know. But I know my limitations, and I know that I know what I can do and what I like and how. And I would rather not go ahead and have to pay someone to do that. If I can do it myself, then I'm going to do it myself. I mean, I went to school to ITT for 2 damn years to get the degree. I got to use it or I'm going to lose it, kind of thing, you know. So absolutely fine. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, sorry girl. Oh, you met Raccoon? It's okay. Close enough. Oh my goodness. Well, guys, again, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're gonna go ahead and get back into this here. Um, it seems that ever since I changed some things, it doesn't seem like I can get zoomed in all the way anymore, but that's okay. That's about as close as we're going to get. That's all right though. But so yeah, so we're working with Rainbow Heart Bear. I found a picture of Rainbow Heart Bear online, and I threw it into this wonderful little website called flosscross.com. It basically lets you. Let me go ahead and show you show you the full screen here. Bring my light back. There we go. So this is Flosscross's website, and what you basically do is, like I said, you upload a picture, and then it pretty much throws a pattern at you. It says, here you go. If the pattern doesn't look right, you can go back and you can adjust a couple things, like let's see. I think let's go ahead and go back here to the dashboard. So if you wanted to, actually, you just put it in here, and it'll go ahead and give you exactly the size that you're going to need. Let's see. I could have swore it actually told you what size Ada cloth, or what size cloth you were going to need. But it pretty much goes ahead and gives you the measurements right here. So you got from 0 to 190. What is that? 192. Yeah, 192. Width wise, and then length wise, it's 0 to about 301. And that's to go ahead and give you enough room for padding and whatnot. You probably can go ahead and get away with adding a few more on either side, just so that way you have enough for your framing and whatnot. But overall, this is a wonderful website to use to create your own patterns when you can't find a pattern out there, or you don't want to pay money for a pattern. You know, or if you just want to come in here and you want to create your own pattern of something of your own design, you can come in here and just make whatever you want. I mean, it's all it is working with pixel art, but everything is actually set up in actual stitches. Or if you want, you can actually switch the mode from cross to a flat. So that's what it looks like, the flat image. You can go ahead and switch over to symbols, so that way you can go ahead and see what the symbols look like. Or there's this pad. I'm not sure what the pad means. Oh, I guess the pad is kind of a mix between flat and the cross. But just doing the cross stitch ones themselves, you can actually see what each of the each of the X's will look like as you're doing it. So that's kind of a cool little thing. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a heads up here for those who've not been here before and who hasn't seen this project in play. I kind of already goofed up when I was going through. I was doing my entire outline here. I'll go ahead and switch back over here to the to our craft scene. And so I was going through my entire the entire outline, and I got here to the back end, to the back of the back slash the top of the butt, if you will, just where the back connects to the tail. And you kind of notice here, you got that little L right there. Then you have that long line, and then there's 1 and like 7 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like 6 or 7 stitches that I missed right there. Yeah, I missed about 6 or 7 stitches right in there. And I just went on and I did these here and then finished on through. Now, that's only 7. I think I may have missed more, because what happened is when I got over here to this side and I was getting ready to connect the head and the ear back up, because I started right here at this point. At that point right there, chat. See that point right there? Right there. That point. That was my starting point. I somehow ended up like up over here somewhere. And I'm like, uh-oh. I made a boo-boo somewhere. So, I ended up frogging everything from here back until I got to the fist. And I'm like, okay, that's far enough. Let me just go ahead and go from there. So I left the fist where it was, and I started back from the ear, and I worked my way backwards, back towards the fist. I'm like, okay, that should be fine. I should be okay. I essentially lost to roughly about 15 stitches, because if you count the number of stitches from here to there, you're looking at, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, about 17, 15 to 17 stitches. So I missed another 10 somewhere. I don't know where, but I did. So this is essentially going to be a one of those fully my own version, and that's perfectly fine. Now because of my goof up, the paw here, the right paw, or left hand side of the picture, is actually up closer to the top of the cheek, and actually is interacting with the snout. At some point, I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to do a kind of like an outline of the snout with regular stitching instead of cross stitching. That way you get this idea that the snout is actually in front of the nose. You know, give it some depth perception, if you will. Yeah, and that's the exactly my thought too. Sorry, girl, is that it's gonna make it unique. It's gonna make it unique. It's gonna be my own design. You know, these Bob Ross said it perfectly. There are no mistakes, just happy little accidents. These are just happy little accidents. I'm gonna put a happy little tree right here. A little happy little tree right there. So here is the plan right now. So we're working. I've been working in kind of like sections ever since I got the eyes done. I wanted to go ahead and at least get the eyes done, get the snout done, the outline of the snout, the mouth, and the cheeks done. now that I got that all done, and I've even got the inside of the snout filled in. I'm going through it and I'm filling in this bit right now. I had this little bit over here, which we finished up on the last session. So we're gonna do this section here, and then once we're done with this section, and before we start over here on this side, I'm gonna switch over to the darker purple, which is a 553 that we're working with, and we're gonna go ahead and go on down here to roughly right about the crick of the neck, maybe just a wee bit lower to say maybe. Sorry, random gnat flying around. But go ahead and get to right about here on the project, and once we get about to there, that'll go ahead and give us a good stopping point for the outer edge, and then we can go ahead and start in on filling in the outline for the paw. So, and in fact, we may even go ahead and get the outline of the paw, or this part of the paw, as we're going ahead and filling in all this here. So it's a work in progress. We're gonna try to do what we can. So there you go. Perfect. So yeah, so guys, welcome in. We're gonna go ahead and get back into it here. Let me get something to drink because I'm thirsty. Also, if you guys don't know, one of the things we do here on the channel is we raise awareness for various different charity organizations: St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, Able Gamers, and right now we're currently supporting Starlight Children's Foundation. While I'm going ahead and taking this drink, I want you guys to go ahead and watch a wonderful little video. This is a video of Emma. Emma is super cute. Ovary warnings, chat. Those of you who have baby fever or are susceptible to baby fever, just fair warning, okay? Watch this and we'll be right back.
The Starlight Radio Flyer Hero Wagon is amazing for kids here at Mercy, especially for kids who are waiting for procedures. It helps with distraction. It's a great way to help reduce anxiety while they're waiting and helps reduce the parents' anxiety as well. There's higher sides. They're soft. It's nice for babies to lay in. It's got the IV pole that is awesome for procedures. So the IV pole connects right to the wagon. If kids want to walk around, they definitely can. Emma is so loved by so many people here at Mercy. The number one thing that she does while she's waiting for her procedures is she rides in the wagon. We rely on the Starlight Radio Flyer Hero Wagon because it's a fun way to get kids up. It's a fun way to get them moving. It's creative, it's functional, it's easy to store because it folds up. It's just a great asset to our team.
Her favorite thing to do when she's admitted or over in test and treatment is to go on wagon rides. That's the one thing that we can do every time to pass the time and to keep her happy. The last time we were here for treatment, we found the zipper sides and we unzipped it and put the side down, and she was standing there and playing with her toys. The versatility of the new wagons is really awesome for her.
Ultimately, you know, they're providing an opportunity for them to just kind of feel free. You know, it's one of those things where you're tied down to all these things, and just to be able to roam the halls and be able to feel like you are able to be a kid, I think that's what's important.
All right, chat. So there we go. That was the Starlight Hero Wagon. This is something newer within the last 3 years, I'd say. That Starlight and Radio Flyer has started coming out with. I'm sure you guys have probably seen even families like our own that are actually using them out on the parks and that kind of thing. As the video said, it is a wonderful addition to have to places like St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, or our very own Starlight Hospital, which is nationwide children's hospital here in Columbus, Ohio. It means, you know, with these versions or these wagons, you don't have to have your own. The wagons, I should say, don't have to have their own wing of the hospital just to have them stored. They can be now stored in like 2 or 3 rooms, maybe. Maybe not even that. But no, they're compactable, which means that they're easier to store. They have the Ivy pole caboose hookup, if you will. Um, and yeah, it's made with medical grade fabric, so it's easier to wipe down. Um, and here you go. Here's how it looks right there. Um, so again, the medical grade fabric means it's easy to wipe down and make it ready for the next little one that gets to that can use it. The ivy attachment to make it into a caboose. Seat belts and a padded seat, which is something better than what we had as kids. You know, most of us had the metal radio flyer wagons. And some of our kids, those of us who were older and had kids earlier in their life, you know, they had the plastic radio flyer wagons. Better to sit on, but still a pain in the butt. But I will also say that the plastic version of the radio flyer wagons were actually smaller than that of the original radio flyer wagons. I'm just saying. And then of course now these ones come along, and you now have padded seats. No more sitting on a scalding hot metal or being stuck to the plastic. You know, you got a nice padded seat, which is nice. It's also got a handle that always stays upright, never falls down, and like I said, it's compact and easily put away. So that right there is a major thing, because you know we've joked about the wagons having their own wing at St. Jude for a long time, because that was the preferred mode of transportation at St. Jude. And now, since St. Jude is also a Starlight hospital, they get these hero wagons, and it's like a godsend. They're like, hey, look, we can go ahead and actually use this wing for something other than wagon storage now. So, it's a great thing to have, and if you guys would like to help out, those specific wagons, they're about $200. Thanks to inflation, they used to only be about $100, but you know, times that we are in, they are changing, and unfortunately, so must the price. So there is the price of the hero wagon. These are some other wonderful places where your money can go to if you'd like to go ahead and donate. Again, exclamation donate. Follow that link over to Tiltify and donate today. This is running until the end of September. So if we don't really go ahead and get too far into really going ahead and promoting the campaign on every stream, that's okay. It's when September hits is when we really are going to start really pushing that. And I think the reason for that, I should say, is because September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. So if you guys want to, if you're not able to go ahead and donate right now, that's fine. Consider donating in September, and it's greatly appreciated, one way or another. Regardless if you're able to donate or not, thank you so much for listening in and learning a little bit more about Starlight and all the fun things that they do. All right, so back into this here, we are working right now, like I said, with the color DMC 553. This is the lighter purple or lighter violet. 552, which is like a dark violet, or medium violet, really isn't too dissimilar from that of the regular violet. Like I was not entirely pleased that the 552 isn't quite as dark as what I expected it to be. Like, you can kind of tell in the view there where the 553s are, or rather where the 552 is versus the 553, but it's really kind of hard unless you know exactly where to look. So like around the ear, you know, along the outer edge as well, Um, the eyebrows, you know, again, it's kind of hard to tell, even by normal sight. For those of us who you know who aren't colorblind, or at least those of us who are blessed with the ability to actually see in multiple shades rather than just a single shade. I know there's some folks who are, I guess you could say, shade blind. Come on, get out of the way for a second. Get out of the way. There we go. Drag that over here. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and start on this row here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 5. 5 rows and 2 little extras right here. To go ahead and do. And then we'll see where we are and switch over to the 552 if we got time. I did not give I gave the one shout out. Let me go ahead and do this here as well. For those of us in my channel who did not come over with the raid, please make sure you are following Starlight Cat. Here we go. Make sure to drop that follow, turn on notifications so that way you know when they go live. Remember, you don't have to go ahead and sub to the channel. Following is free. It's like a warm hug. Everyone likes warm hugs. Also, one thing that we do here, chat, is we like to listen to a lot of our local musicians. So a lot of the music that you're gonna hear is not gonna be something that you're gonna hear on radio most of the time. The exception to that would likely be our friends in Bubbleflex and The Lonely Ones and Blood Ocean. Bubbleflex being the band comprised of lead singers, and I do see singers because there are 2 of them, Marty and Sean McCoy, yes, of the actual McCoy family, as in the Hatfields and McCoys. They are originally from West Virginia. That's where the band got their start from, and then they came here for a couple shows and quickly became part of the local music scene. So much so that they ended up relocating here to the Columbus, Ohio area. And they now call this place home. You may hear some of their stuff on some of the more national channels, and the cool thing is that Sean McCoy, the eldest of the McCoy brothers, has gone ahead and said that that no matter what, anybody within the Central Ohio area is able to stream their or is able to play their music while they're streaming, and they will not issue any kind of copyright violations or anything like that, because most of their stuff was self-produced. So they're like, you know what? You have our permission to play the music. But again, that's anybody within the Central Ohio area. Outside of that, they're really cool about it. You just ask them, they're like, heck yeah, go for it. Now, subsequently, like I said, there's two other bands that the McCoy brothers are part of. Marty McCoy, the younger brother, is part of a band called The Lonely Ones. And Sean has a new band that he just started up called Blood Ocean. They just released a new title, or new track, I should say. I believe it was, is that one The Headless Woman? I think it was The Headless Woman. It's an interesting one. It's interesting. Oh. There we go. Okay. But we don't just work on the cross stitch stuff here on the channel. We also play a bunch of different video games. I used to go ahead and say that we play everything from the Atari 2600 on up to things that you'll find on Xbox and Switch family of consoles, as well as PC. Now it's pretty much gotten down to the same thing technically. I don't play on my Xbox much anymore. And a good portion of the games that I already own are now part of the Nintendo Switch Plus Online expansion pack, or Nintendo Online Plus expansion pack. There we go. So I can go ahead and get those same games on the online emulator they provide. Hopefully, here in the future, maybe Nintendo or maybe Xbox will start letting Nintendo gain access to some of their older games. I already know that they're working on trying to go ahead and get Master Chief Collection possibly ported over to the Switch 2. Well, Switch and Switch 2 possibly. I just hope that when they do decide to go ahead and do that, that they decide to not only go ahead and include Halos 1 through 4 plus ODST, but I also hope that they would go ahead and include Halo 5. Halo Infinite, maybe not so much. Halo Infinite needs to be its own thing. I mean, if they really wanted to, though, they could probably go ahead and release the Master Chief Collection, release 5, and then when 6 comes out, well, sorry, and 1 through 4 of the Master Chief Collection, release 5, go ahead and release Infinite separately, and then when 7 comes out, whatever it's gonna be, maybe see how everything progresses. But it seems as though even though Xbox is maybe slowly getting out of the hardware game, we may see a major shift in their business model. All right, we've got 3 more rows and 2 little extras there. Hoping that I have just enough thread here that we'll be able to go ahead and complete the section without needing to swap out free thread. So we are now in the midst of thread chicken chat. We're in the middle of thread chicken. Now, Starlight Cat, when you're doing your animated emotes, are you using a specific program or using a combination of programs? How do you usually do that? Also, Starlight Cat, if you end up needing to have to do after stream stuff and you just need to lurk, then hey, by all means, do your thing. Thank you again for the raid. It's very much appreciated. And for all the follows too. You guys are awesome. Yeah, if anyone decides that they're going to go ahead and do what I'm doing here and working with Rainbow Heart Bear, I would definitely go ahead and say, when it comes to the darker purple, go with 550 instead of 552. I'd say 551, but I think 551 got discontinued. So I'll be streaming again tomorrow night, Kat. Tomorrow night between 10 and 11 o'clock, just depending on whenever I decide to hit that button. That's Eastern. And there will probably end up going until roughly about 3, maybe sometimes 4, just depending on how I'm feeling. And then outside of that, we have Sunday night, or rather Sunday during the day. Um, if I have any chores to go ahead and do, I'll probably end up doing that before I hit the button. So that we could be starting as early as noon if I get up on early enough. Or it could be around between 2 and 4, and then I'll run that until about 8 o'clock. All right, sounds good, Kat. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks so much for stopping in with the raid. I appreciate you. Everyone, please make sure to say goodnight to Kat. Have a good one. All right, chat. Chat, as you can clearly tell, I can be very talkative, and then when I get super focused in, I may sometimes button up and just really get sucked into whatever I'm doing. So if I do that, I stop talking. Sorry. I realize it's a fault of mine. I'm working on trying to correct it. Please don't yell at me. So what I'm doing right now, chat, is I am working on setting up a little spot here where we can just tie this off here. What I'm essentially doing is I'm just doing a double knot, essentially. Make it so that way it can't move. Alright, cool, there we go. So that section is now filled in, and we won't need this little extra bit here anymore. It's not gonna do much good for us right now. Alright, so here's that section taken care of. Now, Like I said, we're gonna go ahead and switch over to the 553. We're just gonna go ahead and work our way down this part of the fur, this part of the face. This is the 553, I believe. Yeah, there we go. That's what we've been using. I want the 552. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So this is the 552 right here that we're using. Maybe it'll focus. 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 There. Now, I'm not sure why it has the dot after the 2. I've been trying to figure that one out for a while. But for every time that there is a 552 that I've gotten, it has always had that little dot there. So I'm not sure why it means that, or why it has that there. But let's see, that should be enough. Okay, yeah. All right, so we have enough to go ahead and work with here to get us started. And we'll go ahead and grab more here after a bit. All right, so chat, here is the fun bit. Now, if you don't have one of these little doohickeys, you're gonna have some fun trying to get it threaded. If you're not very good like I am at threading, get yourself one of these little things right here. This little thread helper. Wonderful little item. You thread it into your needle. You thread it into your needle, and then after it's threaded into the needle, then you just put your thread through the eye of the thread helper. Or threader assistant, however you want to go ahead and call this thing. Right? Just enough to make it dangerous here. Right? And you just pull this thing forward. Make sure to hold on to the little wires at the end of this thing, because if you don't, you can easily pull it out off of the metal. They're not really glued on there very well, or I guess it's soldered on there very well. I always feel like I'm gonna go ahead and pull them right out of the damn thing. But then once you have that there, boom, you just pull. Like I said, you pull that on through as you're you're unthreading it. And as you're doing that, you're basically pulling the thread along with it, and boom, you've got it. You've got it threaded. All right, there we go. All right, so I ended. Let's see. All right, we'll just use this here for a minute. We are right there. However, I think this is one of the spots where I may have screwed up. Looking at this now, where the eye is there, this should be up. And you can see where I'm heading to. I'm going to be going in So we're going to go ahead and sort of follow along with what we've got going on here. So these first two, they're just going to be they're going to be twos, 1, 2 right there. I'm going to see if I can't get this zoomed in a little bit better here for you guys. Hold on. Gonna get you guys a little closer. Without it looking like crud. And you just let me know if we lose video, because I know a lot of times when I change video settings, it always tends to goof something up. So yeah, see, we're getting further and further down the output resolution, and it's looking yuckier and yuckier. That looks better. Not as crisp as I would like it. That's a bit better. Okay, so yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and start there. We're gonna do 2 rows of 2. Go ahead and zoom in over here. So what we're working with here. All right, so there we go. So we're gonna go ahead and start right there. We're gonna do 2 rows of 2, and then we'll move on down. Now I'm putting it through the front here first, just so that way I know where on the back I need to go ahead and put it through to start things off. Okay. I'm gonna pull that on through all the way, and then we're just gonna pop it right back into that hole. And we're gonna do a half a stitch. A full cross stitch is full X, right? So in this case, we're doing 1 line of that cross stitch. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that on through. We're gonna leave a little tail. Do a little bit of a loop stitch here, and what that's gonna do is basically I'm doing a regular stitch on the back, but I'm putting the tail in between the top and the bottom, so that the resulting back of the stitch, if you will, loops it and locks it in place. And we'll do that again. Making sure that we don't accidentally pierce the tail. All right, now before I go ahead and move forward here, I'm going to go ahead and cut this excess off. All right, now we're gonna do this one here. You'll notice that with me, I like to flip my cloth back and forth. You're also going to notice that I'm not using a loom of any kind. A circle loom or a rolling loom. Uh, I, I find that those get in my way for starters, and then two, they end up creasing the project more than what I'd like it to be creased. Now, one can say, well, Rockstar, you got a crease going right down the middle, both horizontally and vertically. And I would say, you're right, I do. But those are intentional in order for me to move the project around from one place to another if I'm going to go ahead and work on it in different places. You know, sometimes I like to go ahead and work at this thing while I'm on the run. Sometimes, I don't. All right, now here we're going to do 2 rows of 3. I was going to say we were going to do that, but it decided to have its own ideas. You son of a gun. Alright. I have a feeling that I don't have that in the right spot. Got myself a little tangled up here, Chad. Hang on tight for me. Well, alright. I need to completely frog that bit. So I don't know what the heck I did, but I screwed up something fierce. And what in the world did I do? Holy crap. Okay. I don't know what in the world I did. Oh. Well, that's fun. Well then. That's all kinds of fun there. We we boogered up. Is what we did. It's okay. Stuff like this happens all the time. Not 100% all the time, but you know, it happens from time to time. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and frog the last thing that we did here. Okay. The reason why we're frogging that last one that we did is so that way we can go back. We're going to end up going back and redoing that specific stitch. And after we redo that specific stitch, we're going to go through and marry these the two ends back up. All right, so we're going to try this bit again. Hopefully, we don't screw it up from there. It's okay though. Remember, chat, whenever you have situations like this where you screw up or things get screwed up because either you took a wrong path or whatever have you, whatever the situation may be, don't panic. You get a little bit of a snag. Keep your cool. Don't freak out. Look at it objectively. Figure out what went wrong. Make a plan and fix it. There we go. Okay. All right. So again, Chad, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the last stitch that we did. In this case, we're gonna go here. Okay. Because what we're going to do is we're going to recreate the other half of the cross stitch, essentially redoing this last stitch that we did over on this side. This will go ahead and have us come out in the same hole. This thread's coming out through, and we can go ahead and marry the two together and continue on. Hang on, chat. trying to make sure that I don't pierce the tail of the old. Ouch. So again, we're gonna leave a little tail. Get back here. There we go. Go ahead and cut off the excess here. All right, so we're doing this a little bit of an unorthodox way, if you will. So, when someone tells you there's a right and a wrong way to do cross stitching, don't believe them. There's really no way that's right nor wrong. It's all based on how you can see yourself able to move forward. The way that I usually try to go ahead and do this is I try to go ahead and do what's known as Danish style, which means that that I try to do half of a full cross stitch all the way through the row, turn around and come back and do the go the opposite direction, filling and doing the other half of that cross stitch. Okay. The other way is called English style of cross stitch, and that's basically where you do both both parts of the X of the cross stitch itself, completing your square before you move forward. So what I ended up doing is I did an English version here on this first one, and then I went and did Danish style on these two. Now when I get back to here, I still need to go ahead and drop down and do another row of 3. So I'm gonna end up when when I get onto the other side here, I'm going to end up coming over instead of going up and down like I have been doing. I'll come over here to the start, which will allow me to go ahead and come out through this hole, and then I can go ahead and do my 3 halves, forward and back. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll come out here. Like I said, we'll go ahead and go over. That puts us right where we need to be. Okay. Caddy corner, down and up on the back. Same thing here. Caddy corner down on the front, up on the back. And that's a straight up and down. And then another caddy corner. Down and up on the back. All right. Now we've done our 3 half stitches. Get there. There we go. Oop, wrong way. We did our 3 halves. So now I'm going to go ahead and complete those halves. Right? Now this is going to put us exactly where we need to be for the next rows. And that is going to be from here down. We got 4 rows of 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So we do our 1 and 2. Go. Alright, so again, we've done our halves. Let's complete our cross. That's 1 cross stitch done. And there is... No. Back in the wrong hole. Giggity. Sorry, chat. Sometimes the intrusive thoughts win. There we go. Alright, so now right back down. You dummy. Alright, flip it back around. Here we go. Now we're back to where we were. Go ahead and do another row of 2. This is 2 of 4. Right, that was row 3. Here is row... No, that's row 2. Right? Yeah, it was row 2. This is row 3. Excuse me. So chat, my next project that I'm going to be working on is going to be for my youngest, and hers is going to be a lot simpler than what we're doing right now, but still quite as big. And it is going to be Trick or Sweet Bear. My youngest is very much a spooky season, lover of all spooky season things, so we'll go ahead and and assign her Trick or Sweet Bear. She loves the idea. Alright, so now we're here. Got 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows of 3. Perfect. Okay. I just wanted to go ahead and make sure I knew where I was going there. All right, let's go, chat. Let's go. So just real quick here, if you guys wanted to see the back end of this, so that you see that this right here where I went from left to right instead of up and down. This is so that way I can get over here to the start of this stitch here, which allowed me to go ahead and do my one catty corner. Now I'll go back to doing the up and down, so that way I can continue moving forward. Didn't look right. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's in the right spot. It is. It's okay. It's fine. Ain't doing you a gore-rammed thing, chat. That's what the song says. Alright, sometimes, chat, you have to go ahead and adjust your slack, and you also have to go ahead and adjust how much torque you've put into your your thread there, like I just did there. Things we're getting twisted, if you will. Now, after I do the Sugar Sweet Bear, I will be. I think the next ones I'm thinking about working on doing is I might do a. I might end up doing Bluey and Bingo. And if I'm feeling froggy, maybe I'll go ahead and do Bandit and a Chili. Depending on how quickly I can get them done, will determine how, if I decide that I'm going to go ahead and do anything like doing one for the family and maybe doing one for stream where we end up giving that one on stream away. Those of us with kids will know what Bluey is. If you have not experienced Bluey yet, I suggest you do so. If you have Disney Plus, it is a wonderful show. If you already are a parent or are about to become one, it's a great cartoon. There's a lot of adult humor that is subtle enough that the kids won't get, but but just subtle enough that adults will go, I get that. Chat, if you'd like to, don't forget to go ahead and join the Discord. You can always find out what we're doing in the Discord. I will say it's kind of quiet. Not a lot of us talking there. It's a nice chill place. So if that's a place for you, welcome. You're welcome to go ahead and join. But that is definitely a place to let you know if I'm running behind like I was doing tonight. Or if I've decided to go ahead and call off stream. I always decide to go ahead and post there first before I post anywhere else, whether it's Facebook or Twitter. I will never call it X, it's Twitter. That one got me. That one got me, chat. It's okay, though. It's fine. It's fine, chat. Look. It's not that bad. It's not that bad, chat. It's fine. Alright, maybe I ought to go get a band-aid just in case. Chat, hey, hang tight. Let me go ahead and go get this taken care of. I'll be right back. All right, chat, we're back. Sorry for the wait there. Appreciate y'all being patient. There we go. Hey, like I said, it's not that bad of a boo boo, if you will. It was literally jabbed in and jabbed into the cuticle, so kind of thing happens from time to time. Not much you can do about it, but to just roll with the punches. I will say though, sorry, I will say that that's probably only like the second or third time since I've been doing this, which is the beginning of last year. That I've actually poked myself, caused myself to bleed. So not bad. Not a bad track record. Okay. I tried to poke myself in that same spot again, chat. Good thing I got the band-aid on now. One problem about doing a lot of housework when it comes to clearing things out of the house is sometimes you end up letting bugs in, and then they find their way into your personal areas, and then it's just like, all right, this last row that I'm about to do here is the last row of 3, and then we're gonna move back in for a row of 2. Now, this is going to be one of those rare times where we're going to need to go caddy corner on the backside in order to get to where we need to go. Because if we go down here, that's going to be another round of 3. So what I need to do is I need to make my way over to that hole right there next to it. And in order to do that, on the back end, instead of going up and down, I got to go caddy corner. Just because of where we came out here on the back end, the only way to get to where we need to go is to caddy corner on the back. One of the rare times when you're actually going to go ahead and do caddy corner like that. Now, what this is going to go ahead and bring us to, though, is we've got 2 rows of 3. Actually, it's technically 3 rows of 3, but one of them is indented. And I know you guys can't really see that all that well right now, so let me go ahead and switch over to my main cam for a moment. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So you can see here how we have these 6 stitches here. We've got them highlighted. Those are the next 2 rows that we're going to be working on. The 3rd row is indented by 1, or outdented, I guess you could say, by 1. Still 3, but then it's gonna indent again. It's gonna go back to its original position from the row before, on the row after that row of 3 there. But then now we're gonna have a row of 4. We're gonna do that 2 times. And then the next 2 rows after that, first row will be a row of 4, and then the row after that will be a row of 5, and then we go back to a row of 4. So there's a lot of movement within this, but we got this. Okay. Gotta go ahead and adjust our slack and fix our torque here. There we go. One. Two. There's 3. Works out exactly how I wanted it to. Perfect. Alright, so we're gonna go out one or in one, however you look at it. Do our 3 here. All right, chat. That there. As I said, Chad, this is a nice chill stream. A lot of times, you know, whenever I end up getting focused, that I end up going ahead and shutting down all conversations. So if I do that, I apologize. We're gonna go back out where we were. This is gonna be 2 rows of 4. So after these 4 here that we're working on now, gonna indent 1, do 4, come back, and when we're done that row, it'll be a row of 5. Now, I was just sitting here thinking about this. Earlier, how I was telling you guys how there's really no getting around. You guys can't see. Hold on. Sometimes there's no way of getting around. No way of getting around doing a diagonal on the back end of your project. There actually is. If you did say that first cross stitch as a full, so in other words English style, you do the full one there, and then you come over to this point here and move forward. When you would go down, or as you would come out here, you just pop on down, and then you're good to go. You won't have to have that diagonal. You will still have likely a horizontal, but you won't have a diagonal. So it's all about planning out where you're going. if you make a plan ahead of time, it's like taking a drive somewhere. You know, no one goes anywhere without a GPS, or at least Google Maps and with instructions, right? Or for those of us who are older, we don't go. We didn't used to go anywhere without MapQuest, and then we ended up in a pond or something like that because MapQuest sucked. Hang on, chat. Well, this thing is gonna die. As soon as I find it again. Trying to see if it's flying around anywhere now. I'm probably missing it. It's probably flying right here in front of me going, "Hurr." All right. It decided to run away again. The moment I pick this thing back up, it's when it's gonna show up again, like, ha ha. All right, chat. Here's the row 5. Chat, tomorrow night, like I said before, we'll be starting around 10. About 10, between 10 and 11. And that is Eastern Standard or Daylight, however, wherever we are right now. There we go. Alright, once again, I didn't plan that properly, so I had to do a catty corner in the back. That's fine. It's perfectly okay. Alright, so we are now here, chat. We're doing these 4. Then we've got a 3, skip 1, and do 1. Which is going to be fun. All right. One. Two. Three. Skipping one. So we gotta go horizontal here. Now zoom diagonal. We're gonna do a full cross stitch. Skip back over. And luckily, it puts us right back where we need to be so we can complete the 3 we started with. Go. All right. So there's that one done. The next row is actually a row of 2. Back that out and go catty corner. All right, now we got 2 rows of 3 that we're gonna do here. And if you notice here, this next row after these, well, hold on, again you can't see. After these 2 sets of 3, we have a row of technically 4, but this one we're missing, so it's still a row of 3. We're just doing 1, skip 1, and then 2 forward and back. And then the next row after that, 5s. Okay. Just taking a look here real quick and seeing where we are, where we got to go. So yeah, I'm thinking very seriously that when we get down through here, past all these rows of fives, a couple rows of fours, we get down to this part here. When we get to here, depending on where we are, whether we stop at the top or the bottom, will determine as to how we're going to go ahead and do this. I may have to go ahead and cordon that off and go a different route. Why does this bit look like it's different? No, it's the same. It's weird. All right. Well, anyways, so we're if we end up here at the bottom, on this row of three, then we can easily go ahead and skip 1, 2, 3, do this one. So do a half one here, skip 1, 1, 2, 3, forward, 1, 2, 3, back, skip 1, 1, and then again, depending on where we end up there, will determine if we need to either just go from here over, or if we're it's get that over up. Up. Over, down. Over. See what I'm doing here, chat? I'm kind of looking at how I would do it. I wouldn't really call it metaphorically speaking, but again, it kind of. I wouldn't really call it cosplaying my idea. I'm in my head trying to figure out the best path forward, and that's what I was talking about before. It's always best to know your best path forward, so that way you don't end up goofing something up later on down the line. All right, so we're gonna back up here to these 2 sets of 3. We've gotten a lot done here so far tonight, chat. Doesn't seem like we've gotten a whole lot. I mean, chat, again, thanks so much for being here. I hope you've all had a wonderful day. Got about a half hour left, and I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. All right, so again, here, chat, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do this one here. We're gonna skip one, do two. Found it again, chat. Now where'd it fly off to? I just found it again. Right in front of my face, right there. As long as I can go ahead and dial in on it and keep my eyes trained on it, it doesn't take any wild variations in flight patterns, I can generally predict where it's going to be and knock it out of the sky. Problem right now is relocating it. Again, to Cerula Cat and everyone who came over from the raid, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Unknown user. Oh yeah, T3 and blank 3T. Apparently they're no longer a user. Apparently they did something wrong and got banned. Our account got deleted or what or something, I don't know. Alright. We got 20 minutes left. Let's see what we can get done. That not we're supposed to be going. Not sure what happened there. All right, 15, actually 14 minutes, something along those lines.
Express oneself honestly, not lying to oneself.
All right, chat. Let's see. Yep, 5. Perfect. Get that select here. Working on these rows of 5. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 rows of 5. All right, I think we can get a couple more rows of 5 done. As long as we don't get any more interruptions. Yeah, figure out how to turn off incoming raids. I'll do that eventually. Got 9 more minutes left. All right. Okay, where are we at? All right, one more row, and then we'll find ourselves a raid target. All right, chat. Let's go ahead and put ourselves in a position here where let's go ahead and show where we're at. Put ourselves right there. All right. Go ahead and bring this up here. You know what? Go ahead and put it on the side. All right, chat. There we are. we actually got quite a bit done tonight. We got all this filled in here. We got from here down. Doesn't seem like a lot, but in 3 hours, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I will get a picture of this and get it added to the Discord. And then if for whatever reason you guys missed anything on the stream, oops, I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button, chat. Hold on. Oh, crap. There. If for some reason you guys missed anything and you want to go back and watch it, I will have it uploaded here, or I'll go ahead and have it posted here, but I'll also have it posted over on over my YouTube. That will probably happen in a few days, so if you don't see it over there right away, don't worry. The YouTube channel is the same as pretty much the same as this. It's youtube.tv, or sorry, youtube.com/CBusRockstar. At least I believe it is. Don't hold me to that. Anyways, so thank you guys again so much for being here, hanging out, chatting, lurking. I really appreciate it. And again, thanks to Starlight for the raid. Aliar95, Cat Kits 130, AVTIU. I know I mispronounced that. I'm so sorry. Blue Spyro, Cat Lunar Puppet, and Tina the Barbarian. Thank you guys all so much for the love, the follows, the raids. It is very much appreciated. We are gonna get you guys on over to go ahead and get you on over to 9.5. She is currently in the middle of a break, so we're gonna give her just a minute. I'm gonna make sure that we can actually get her rated here. And we should be able to go say hi to her. So guys, 9.5 is a fellow Starlight Ambassador alumni. She was part of the same alumni or same ambassador class as I was which was it 3 years ago? I think it was now. So we got so she's an ambassador with me for Starlight. She currently is raising awareness for Stand Up to Cancer. I do believe that's what she's doing this month, and then next month she'll be working on Childhood Cancer Awareness Month with me and fellow Starlight creators. At least I think that's the case. I'm not sure 100%. She'll explain more of that when she comes back. But yeah, so if you guys can come over here with me to Nine's channel. There we go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and see you guys over there. Don't forget to drop her a follow. Tell her Rockstar sent you. Have some fun and prepare yourself. You're about to enter the fart zone. Here's the raid message. If any of you have my emotes, you're welcome to go ahead and use that. Otherwise, use whatever emotes you got, but continue to use Rockstar After Party Raid as your call tag. So, or your raid message, if you will. That's gonna do it for me. I am heading out of here. I will see you all tomorrow night, around about the same time. Like I said, between 10 and 11 o'clock start, and we'll work more on the project. I will see you guys over there. Until then, rock on. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.